Before they run down the hill in Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will move it away to get this one started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles offense takes the field to start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there, thinking that they can't get it done early in this one. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop at this passing. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working.
Going up top. Makes the catch at the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, no!
Number 9.
Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so. And A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So Clemson's offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put...
Lost one deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense. I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
And it's caught inside the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. We love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already is his fifth rushing touchdown of the season.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Catch in the middle. It's Gilliam. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Osborne. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today, Reese. You're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that throw.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it personally. I like the aggressive.
Just plowing down the field. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game.
Clemson ready to... After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback sailing up straight.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up on a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quickly complete. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback empties his backfield. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it, couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quick strike complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's why you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going. Want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side.
He's run out of bounds, but Returning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Isn't the play action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow them down as much as possible, but it's predicated too on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play action, because they did not bite on the play action fake it.
Got it in the middle, it's Gilliam. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal.
He wants to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in. Oh, what a big play for. First down, 10 yards to go. Let's go. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Noles look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Now on the option. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run chasing and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up.
It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and running QB and so many things to look at.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got it.
Defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And then pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? Didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson for big-time success.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got it in the middle. It's Gilliam. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? He's looking to pass. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown Seminoles. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Clemson, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, nice job getting the passing game on. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum in this second half. We airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
28, Clemson.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions.
Gonna take a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, no!
You know, often Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Clemson, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expected him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Wants to throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a second down pass play. Grabs it inside the 15. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And it'll... No attempt at a return. Just 9 seconds to play here in the half. Let's see if they come out guns a-blazing. Check. The give to the back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Knowles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And now on second down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. Third and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. A first down for the offense. They go to the draw. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
A lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it and now it's just going to pass it in.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Offense gets set for second down. Off play action. Gets away from one. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that. the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Going up top on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense has had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Never a doubt. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Offense in an empty set. see. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down.
Gaucho. Convoy. Dinos. Lion. Tuna.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Looking for a huge play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff to the lone back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. And the Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Now to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
59, Clemson, 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now they'll run the draw. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Draws and screens are great ways to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
He's off to the races. At the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this... touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 5 over UCF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43. First down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Ball's out. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. They cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
A loss of 9 on the play. Now, 4th down. Number 16 on to kick it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaking up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Spits it out to the back. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the handoff. They bring him. Lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And they got him for the sack. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some. Been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing them, and making life so hard on this offense.
And they'll finally catch up to it, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. 2nd down now after the sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
9 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Trying to get to it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The give to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Smashes through the tackle. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer.
The Seminoles will hustle to the line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn...
What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. Past the 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making a pick, taking it to the house, and he builds some momentum for some future games.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Fair catch, called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 14. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Okay, ready? Easy.
He's looking to throw. quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Getting some heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hey, you make the stop and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch down the right side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Florida State. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, when rivalries are consistent and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the wing, keeping bragging rights down.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.